Alright. Hey everybody, welcome back to Geek Speak. I'm Daniel.
I'm Mike.
And this is another episode 3 of Weekly Geek Speak. This week we're going to be talking about our weekly geeky topics. So let's start things off with DC's Legends of Tomorrow. So, it's been on a bit of a break.
Yep.
And they left it off really good. What did you think of how it was left off with half of the crew being left in, what was it, the 60s, 50s?
50s. I liked it. I've seen every episode except for one, and it was the episode before the last one, so I really don't know what happened to Heatwave.
No one does.
I didn't even know what happened. I couldn't even tell you, but I saw the last episode. I enjoyed it a whole lot. It's like, okay, what's going to happen now? It's the quintessential cliffhanger. I would say out of all the episodes, my only gripe would be I don't see enough Firestorm. I want to see the two of them combine more, only because I think it's... I always liked Firestorm. I thought he was an underused character. And I want to see more Firestorm. I want to see more Martenstein and Jason Rush together.
I gotta agree with you on that, because Firestorm in the comics really was underused. Yeah. Although they did find a way to use him in the old cartoon show of like Super Friends, having him there.
Friends.
But I'm loving the direction that they've been going in and leaving them stranded. And it's Hawkgirl, it's White Canary, and the Atom all stuck in the past.
And I think at the season finale, you're going to see Hawkman reappear.
Oh, I think we're probably going to see him before the season finale, because they did get picked up for another year, so that's a beautiful thing. And the more I see Katie Lutz on TV, the better I feel.
Wasn't this originally just supposed to be like a miniseries, like one and done type deal?
I think it was more the concept was every season was supposed to be a different team.
Okay.
But if they can keep going and just make alterations to the team, that would be cool too. Because what you may not have saw, Heatwave kind of went off the rails, and they kind of left it so Captain Cold left him someplace, and it looks like he froze him.
I saw the episode where they went to the future, and Heatwave was finally getting the respect that he thought he deserved, and he didn't want to leave.
Yeah,
I saw that.
After that,
I didn't see a follow-up.
There was a whole time ship thing where they came across time pirates. Time, way too much. It's like time pirates, time ship, time this.
We get the point. He was in Doctor Who.
Yeah, I love him, but at the same time, it's like just stop saying time. But it's Heatwave. He turns on them and sides with these pirates.
Okay.
And now that he's siding with the pirates, he's trying to overthrow the ship. They got to fight back. During the whole course of them fighting back, it's not a ruse. He's fed up because he's tired of being considered. He was told by Rip that it's like, I didn't even want you. I only wanted your partner. You just happened to come along.
Right, he came along for the ride.
Yeah, you were just an unfortunate. Because you came with him.
Right.
And even Snart says, it's like, we can't put him back where we left him. Why? Your wife is there. I have a sister there. Your sister's there. So it's like pointing out, Rory's going to kill everybody. He's not controllable. So if Snart's not with him, Heatwave will go out of control. So it looks like he kind of froze him and left him frozen. But now, the fact that they've beat Vandal Savage, even though they didn't kill him, I like that they left it off for that little cliffhanger. Because I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a little more of them getting to spend some time in the past, and then finding out what's going on back on the ship. So, but now we've got rumors going around about Booster Gold.
Good.
They're saying he's not going to be the mysterious man at the end of season 1. So, but there is talk that they are saying from DC that we will see Booster sooner rather than later.
Good, then you bring in Ted Kord and you get to go.
You know what? I'm kind of hoping that it happens like on Arrow or Flash first, because they keep showing Cord Industries. So if you're going to show Cord Industries, give us Blue and Gold.
Give us the Blue and Gold, and then give us their own show, Blue and Gold.
If they don't get a show, they better get a damn movie, because Booster is probably one of the coolest characters and non-normal hero types. And Ted Kord just really balances out with him. It's like Green Lantern and Green Arrow teaming up all those years. It balances it out. So, since we got on the topic of Booster Gold, let's talk about the new shows that are coming up.
Okay.
So, now we've got all these shows have been renewed. So, Flash has been renewed, Arrow's been renewed, Legends of Tomorrow got a big renew, and a whole bunch of other shows. I think Gotham might have gotten renewed. They're probably renewing Lucifer, because that show's been pretty big. And Supergirl's up in the air. Because they made it sound like it got renewed, but
they're like, we're not too sure.
I think CBS, like, they renewed it, and now they're not sure what day to put it on.
Right.
Because their scheduling is god-awful. Like, trying to figure out when a show is on is just a damn train wreck.
Yeah.
But the Berlantiverse did get Riverdale. And for those of you who don't know, Riverdale is the town that Archie comics are based in. So they're going to do a modern Archie TV series. But the way that they're describing it is the town itself is going to be a character. So it's going to be very Twin Peaks-like. Or do it. Go ahead. Say it.
No.
Say it. You weren't a fan of Twin Peaks.
I was too young to really get into it when it came out. I was in the 90s, and I was like, oh, yuppie people in Seattle, click.
Yeah. I need to go back and watch Twin Peaks just to... Because it's like I have a vague memory of it, but I know it was always very weird and very trippy. So it's something I know I got to go back and watch.
Actually, they kind of remade Twin Peaks, and it was called... Sci-Fi had it. It was called Eureka.
Well... But what's your feeling, though, on an Archie TV series?
Do it. What's the worst that can happen? You know, it doesn't work. That's the worst that it could happen. But, yeah, go for it. You know, if it works, it works. Hey.
I mean, Archie has had it's probably one of the longest running comic book characters ever. And I don't know if you've gotten a chance to see the newer versions, and I don't read Archie comics. I never have in the past. But this time, I've actually picked them up and started reading them. Because the art style has now been more adult. It's not like all 1950s and 60s. It's more modern. It's more modern day problems. And they're kind of like really touching on some cool stuff. So I was like, holy shit, this actually... Yeah, I'm going to curse in these things. It's not that often. But it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, wow, I'm interested in this. And the thing that actually got me interested in it was Afterlife with Archie. It's a zombie...
I saw that.
It's actually really cool. Jughead is like... He causes the zombie outbreak because his dog gets hit by a car and goes to Sabrina the Teenage Witch to get her to bring his dog back to life. It has Cthulhu references in there from the H.P. Lovecraft stuff. There's even a Shining. One of the issues is like The Shining. They're at a hotel, and Archie's talking to Jughead, but Jughead's not there.
Right.
But Jughead's like the bartender, so it's the Jack Nicholson. It's so creepy and so weird and very adult. That's something I would like to see them make an adaptation of, and even like put it on as a movie or a mini series, because I think that would be really creepy. And you know what? It works, so I'm waiting to see. And they cast, Luke Perry as Archie's dad.
Okay.
One of the Sprouse brothers, I think Cole Sprouse, is going to be playing Jughead, so he's actually dyed his hair black.
Okay.
They've got Veronica, they've got Betty, I don't even remember who's playing them, but they also have the kid who's playing Archie is like some Australian actor, so probably never heard of him, but this will be like his big break. So I'm looking forward. I'm wondering when they're going to find the way to put this on. I'm hoping it's not a mid-season replacement kind of show, because Legends of Tomorrow is doing a great job of coming in halfway through the season.
Yeah.
But those halfway through the season shows, sometimes they're a little hard to get into. I know I can't follow the 100 at all, so... But they did pick up iZombie again, so everything that's been comic book related seems to be getting picked up.
Good.
And let's talk about Lucifer. Have you had any interest in Lucifer whatsoever?
Yes. I've seen the commercials. I've seen a few clips of it, which is my extent, because whenever the show's on, I'm always doing something else. What is it on, Tuesdays or Mondays?
Monday nights, right after Gotham.
I'm always usually doing something else.
Which is usually a death knell for you, because if you're not going to watch Gotham, you're not going to...
No, I mean, I'd watch Lucifer, but like I said, not on my radar right now. I watched like one part of an episode, and I was like, oh, okay, and never turned it back.
I actually got a chance to watch because there was the release of the pilot even before, where everyone made a big deal about Supergirl's pilot getting leaked. Nobody even noticed that Lucifer's pilot got leaked, so I got a chance to see that, and I was excited for it for months. And the show has not let me down. The only thing that I would like to see from the show, which unfortunately I know due to contracts and stuff, it's probably very difficult, I want to see Matt Ryan make an appearance on there as Constantine. Because the comics had Sandman, Constantine, they crossed over with Lucifer, so that would be very cool to get that crossover in there.
It could happen, you never know.
Hopefully, and everyone's hoping that the next season of Legends of Tomorrow has Constantine on there. Mm-hmm. So they are doing mystical stuff, so who knows.
You never know. I want to maybe throw in a Zatanna.
Yeah. But Lucifer's actually been doing really well. I love everything they've done, and I gotta say, the little girl that they have on there, they don't show her that often. She's an adorable kid, and she plays so well with him that it's like, Lucifer says I should do whatever I want and enjoy myself. She's eating cake, so she ate her birthday cake before it was her birthday, and it was just so adorable that I'm like, this kid is just stealing this. And she's only in it for like 5-10 minutes of an episode, yet she's like stealing the entire episode. So Lucifer's definitely one, like, I would say you got to check that out. Even if you wait till like the season's over and then like binge watch it, it's definitely worth it. But now we're going to get to something we both liked, and that's Ash versus the Evil Dead. Now, I consider myself a huge horror fan, and Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2 are some of my all-time favorite horror movies, and just because of, like, Bruce Campbell is my god, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I will get down on my hands and knees and pray to a statue of Bruce. That is not a false idol, that is an idol. But you have actually dressed up as Ash.
Yes, I have. I've met Mr. Campbell while dressing as Mr. Campbell. A couple years ago at Comic-Con, I knew he was going to be there, so I went out and created the Ash costume, complete with chainsaw arm. And Mr. Campbell actually told me that, like, he was there like 3 out of the 4 days that Comic-Con was, and he said I was hands down the best Ash he has seen there. So he actually let me introduce him for a panel that he was hosting, which I thought was very cool. Very cool guy.
Yeah, I've had the wonderful opportunity to meet him at his book signing. When his first book came out, If Chins Could Kill, Confessions of a B-Movie Actor, he was doing a reading. One of the nicest, greatest, most down-to-earth actors anyone has ever met, and he is probably the most underrated actor.
Yeah.
And now he comes back to reprise his role as Ash. Mm-hmm. He's getting beat up, slapsticked all over again, and it's so many years later, and he hasn't missed a beat.
My only complaint with the show was only 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Isn't it 15 minutes?
No.
It's not a half hour, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's a half hour. The entire show is a half-hour episode.
Well, then it's only a half hour. I would like to have seen it be a little bit longer, maybe stretch it to an hour, because just as it's getting good, it's at the end, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, it was only 10 episodes, which was a bit disappointing because I wanted more. And having Lucy Lawless on there was was great.
Mm-hmm.
The chemistry between the two of them and the banter worked so well, even though they weren't even in it together most of the time.
I felt the show, like the first few episodes, it took at least 4 episodes to get rolling, but once the ball got rolling, it took off. The last episode of the season, I was like, holy shit. Not the fact that they went back to the cabin, but just that, like, what was going on, and it was just like...
Yeah, there's a lot of great throwback moments to other stuff, but I didn't have a problem with, like, it finding its footing. I felt like all the stuff with Bruce was spot on. It was in the zone.
Oh, yeah.
It was more a matter of trying to find first 2 sidekicks. I had only kind of wanted them to actually have still kept it with S-Mart.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was just the one thing. Like, it would have been a nice little throwback. I feel like
it would have been a nice throwback, but honestly, just because the way they had it written, I didn't even notice they weren't at S-Mart.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
That was one thing I noticed, but that was just because it was one of those most memorable standout things. But I also probably remember it more because my autographed copy of If Chins Could Kill says "Shop Smart, Shop S-Mart." But that's one of those moments where you can tell he's fits that role. It's never really left him, and he really cares about that role because it just kept going. His two sidekicks were like, you were a little iffy on at the very beginning because you got that one character who's like very gung-ho about everything, and the girl that's like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. And it just...
But by the end, everything clicked, and they all came aboard, and they all have good chemistry together.
It's just going to be so interesting because I'm so glad it got renewed for a second season. I think it got renewed for a second season after like its second episode was like, yeah.
Yeah, we have no choice but to do this.
If we don't, we're stupid.
Stupid, exactly.
The Starz Network is smart enough to know a good show when they have it, and they don't have many. So, that being said, I loved Ash versus the Evil Dead. Can't wait for season 2, which will be at the end of this year.
October, I believe.
Yeah, so it should be October. So it's great. It comes out around Halloween time, so it just fits the mold perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Daniel from the Fire in the Hell 03 channel. You can find more stuff from me at Fire in the Hell 03 channel on YouTube. Check that out for more of my videos and movie reviews and Loot Crate unboxings. And
Mike, check me out at Hamster Pellet Productions on YouTube. Got some short films and videos up there. Check them out. You're bound to enjoy them.
And we're here from Weekly Geek Speak, and we want to thank you all for tuning in. So,
that's it.
see you all next time. Take care, everybody.